The Boys Season 3 Review. In today's video we will review the third season of the hit show The Boys. The Boys has topped out as Amazon's most viewed original, and it's not hard to see why. This new series has had fans in somewhat of a divide as to whether it lived up to their expectations or not, and in this video we will take a dive into the story, cinematics and performances of this season to determine who's right. This review is brought to you by DICE, the global entertainment content marketplace. DICE offers similar action titles that will be displayed throughout the video, so if you're a buyer looking to acquire content or a seller looking to get your content out to a global audience, please get in touch with us via our website connect.digital or email us at dicesales@connectdigital.com. The final episode of the new season premiered last week after being delayed for almost 2 years due to the pandemic, and fans understandably had been dying with anticipation to find out what happens in the newest installment of this epic show. The season starts out fairly slow in terms of major plot points, but as it gets going it really takes off. At first the introduction of Soldier Boy may seem like cheap filler to delay the conflict between Homelander and Butcher. Once we start to learn Soldier Boy's backstory and what a pivotal role he can play in this fight, things really do heat up. This season also concentrates heavily on many of the side stories, with the standouts coming from A-Train, The Deep and Frenchie. From the get-go it's obvious that the budget for this new series has been upped, with the action scenes bigger and more explosive than before, which is no surprise due to its soaring popularity. The directing is also better than before, with producers choosing to hire 4 directors this season instead of 8 like before, really adding some more consistency to the cinematography, and although maybe still not comparable to the effects in Marvel superhero films, they are significantly better than before. What perhaps makes The Boys so great, however, is not the effects and directing, but the unfiltered peril that pervades it. Unlike other superhero films and series, you never know what's going to happen, who's going to live, who's going to die, and this season is no different. Anthony Starr is brilliant as always, portraying the terrifying Homelander, and leaves you completely on the edge of your seat at all times, never knowing if he's about to snap and laser off some civilians' heads. And even the hero's moralities are brought into question with the introduction of Temp V. This new idea that, with great responsibility, comes the certainty you will turn into a right shows to really ring true even if you aren't necessarily a bad guy. Great performances come from the cast all round, with Karl Urban and Jack Wad delivering as usual. Perhaps the only shortfall of this season may have been the lack of introduction of new characters, and the failure to really move the story along, with the series seemingly ending right where it left off, and Soldier Boy being the only new addition this season. This series also features a fair bit of satire for these dark times, as it comments on the current cultural climate that has left us fixated on superheroes, celebrities, and political correctness, while mass shootings continue unabated in the US, and the Republican Party seems to be at a point of ridicule for the rest of the world. Another highlight of this season has to be the character arcs, with Ashley, The Deep and A-Train all seemingly on some sort of path of redemption, or at least experiencing a great deal of character development. Ultimately, this series really sets up the story for season 4. We know Butcher now has a time frame to kill Homelander, which will hopefully speed up the story as comic book fans are excited to see how the TV show will conclude and whether it will follow the comics. What did you think of The Boys Season 3? Let us know in the comments below. If you saw any content on DICE that interests you or want to sell your content to a global audience, then get in touch with us via our website connect.digital or our email address dicesales@connectdigital.com. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this one. Have a great day.